How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. Hope you're all having a good weekend. We move into round 3 over in Madrid. Got 8 of the best that we need to touch on today. We're going to do that very shortly. Before we do, like the video if you would, get yourself subscribed to the channel if you're not. Very close to 1,000 now, so get yourself involved. I'd love to have you. If you want to support the channel, link in the description. You can just say thanks. It's entirely up to you. First things first, another day, another dollar for me personally. Massetti, Alex de Minaur, easy as you like. Easy as you like. I was very pleased with that. Let me know. Did you win? Did you lose? Did you come close? Share with the group. Don't be shy. Right then. We've got some crackers today, folks. We've got some real good ones today. These have all been good, just before we get into these, have we been enjoying the Madrid Masters? I've thought this tournament's been really good. We had some really good games yesterday. Some fantastic. I'll tell you what, since there's only 8 for us to go through today, we'll do a quick run through of what happened. Finishing off in round 2. So, speed run time. Massetti over Echeverri, straight sets. I said it'd be so. It's exactly what it was. El Chapo looked really good. Really good against Nishikori, 6-1, 6-4. Yeah, beasted. Absolutely beasted. Now, Sebastian Baez, I do not know what happened to him. Do not know what happened to Sebastian Baez. After taking that first set 6-1, he then went on to lose the second 6-1 and then the third 6-2. What are you going to do about that? Great stuff from Demir. You can't take anything away from him, obviously. And then we had Yuri Lehechka and Cam Norrie. I said, didn't I? What did I say last night? You give Cam Norrie a chance, he'll definitely take it. Chance taken. 6-2 in the first set for Lehechka and then 6-4, and he bageled him. Bageled him in the third. What is going on with Yuri Lehechka? I've been saying for a few weeks, this guy's been in the mud, but this is more like quicksand now. I don't know what's happening to him. It's not looking good. What else happened? Gabe Diallo got it done against Camille Majorak. Close game. We knew it would be. 2-1, 7-5, 4-6, 6-4. Good stuff. Great stuff from the lucky loser. You'll be happy with that. Alex de Minaur, what did he do to Sonego? Alex de Minaur just turned him into ravioli on that court today, man. 6-2, 6-3. Dead easy. Give away his serve immediately, and I thought, oh no. Oh my god, here we go. Instantly got it back. Dead quick. Fast and easy as you like. I will most certainly take that. We had Tsitsipas getting it done against Struff, 2-1. Jacob Fernley over Thomas Mahach. Say something about that. Say something about that. He dropped that first set 6-1, and I thought it was curtains. No. 6-3, 6-2. We know Thomas Mahach is really good as well, but maybe Jacob Fernley's just this good. Maybe he's just a lot better on the clay, I don't know. We haven't really seen that much from him. He may be one of the best clay players on the tour, and we just don't know. But then, Djokovic, man, oh, Djokovic. Djokovic, we said it, didn't we? We said it. We said how shit he was last time against Tabilo. And he was just very passive today against Arnaldi. Great stuff from Arnaldi. It just seemed like an easy win. 6-3, 6-4. What are you going to say about that? What are you going to do about that one, eh? We had Dimitrov getting it done over Nicholas Jarry. Alexander Muller got it done against Hugo Humbert. Took 2 tiebreakers, 6-2 in the first set, but, we had a feeling he would probably get that one done. Berrettini, very close game with Marcus Giron until it weren't. 2 tiebreakers and then 6-1 in the third. Jack Draper, nice and easy against Griekspoor. Darderi pulled out against Big Foe, catching off 2 tiebreakers against Opelka. And then finally, we had Tommy Paul in 2 tiebreakers against Joao Fonseca. Yeah. You say something about that. I'm not even going to talk about it. Yeah. You know what I said. Yeah. I'm not really surprised. I'm not. Great performance. Can't help but feel like Fonseca just shot that tiebreaker away just a little bit in the first set. But, it's alright. I didn't really expect him to get past Tommy Paul anyway. But that leads us on to today, folks. First off, we have got... Who have we got here? Now this order of plays just filtering through. Now I've just been watching the boxing. Anyone watch the Eubank Junior fight? Conor Ben? Anyone happy with that? Let me know in the comments. But we've got Benak, Flavio Cobolli. Should be interesting. Should be a good game. On paper, you'd definitely say this favours the Italian in this one. I thought Benak looked really good against Sebastian Offner, but how much weight that holds at this current moment, I'm not too sure, if I'm being honest with you. I keep looking at that performance against Batista Agut over in Monte Carlo. And then the one against Martinez in Barcelona, that was a lot better, admittingly, but that Batista Agut one was fucking trash, man. That was so bad. For Benak standards anyway, like we all know, the type of level that Benak can deliver when he delivers it, but, you know, being able to and expecting to is just two different things. Flavio Cobolli, I mean, can we forget about the start of the season? Can we say that? Yeah. Maybe not just yet, maybe a couple more games, I don't know. He's played so much better in his last 10, well, pretty much ever since we've come on the clay. He's won 7 of his last 10. Most of them obviously coming when he won the title over in Bucharest. Beat by Artifice, he played shit against Shevchenko, but then he looked really good against Fabian Madison, first round in Madrid, and then obviously Holger Rune had to pull out against him. He is a lot more trustworthy on the clay. Just look, I know he was anything but trustworthy to start the year, especially on the hard court. He went 3-7. We come to the clay, he's went 7-2. He's playing some of the best. He is, and I just don't think we want to admit it yet. But I think realistically he should get past Brandon Nakashima. But Benak was very solid behind the serve yesterday against Sebastian Offner. Could he keep it close? They've never played each other before, so there's nothing really to go off there. You probably would go with Flavio Cobolli. I feel like if these would have faced each other at the start of the season on the hard court, you'd most likely lean towards Benak in this one, but given the situation is rather different, I probably would lean with Flavio Cobolli. He's playing good, like I said. I don't think I'm giving him enough credit. I think I'm still waiting for him to revert back into his ways of earlier on the season, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it could get any worse than what it was. The only way is up for Cobolli, if you'd ask me. He's definitely proved it as well. He looked really good in Bucharest. I thought he looked decent against Madison too. I really did. Was he a dog in that one as well? He was, yeah. He was a dog. I'd lean towards Flavio Cobolli. I feel like a lot of people are going to be on him today. You're getting him around 1.6. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about taking it. If you're having a go on that, I do wish you the best of luck. I would not be shocked if Benak keeps this one close. Look, even if Nakashima wins, is that an upset? It's a minor upset. A minor upset at best. I don't think you could be that shocked if he was to pull this one off. So, I don't know. Food for thought. I'd approach that one with caution, but I would lean with Flavio Cobolli on that one. And then next up we've got Alexander Bublik, Andrei Rublev. Now I've got this one again. I think Rublev beats him. Putting it plainly, I think Rublev should beat him if the version of Rublev I expect to turn up turns up. But are we going to get it? I don't know. These great performances have been very few and far between. This season he's went 2-2 on the clay, 5-5 hard court, 11-9 in total. So it's tough. It's been very tough to get a read on Andrei Rublev this season. Alexander Bublik's probably played better the past week or two than what he has done all season, for that fact. Looked decent against Alex Michelson, and he looked good against Popper too. He's playing well behind the serve. We know how good Bublik can serve. We know that. I'd like to think there's enough 3 points within the serve for him to keep this one close. It's going to be around 3.5, that spread. I'm seeing Rublev around 1.3, so call it 3.5. That's very doable. I won't sit here and pretend like it's not. I think that is very doable. for Alexander Bublik. I just think Rublev's so much better, you know. This is the double-edged sword with this guy in it. You know how good he is, but when he doesn't deliver, it feels 10 times worse, doesn't it? It always does, because you'd always feel like you should have known better. We know the deal with Andrei Rublev. You know, the chance you take when you pay your money with this guy. I have got him to reach the semi-finals. He did. He is the defending champion here. He did win last year. I'm not going to say there's no excuse for him to have a good go at it again, but realistically, now there's no Alcaraz, now there's no Djokovic. If you put them side by side for what they're all capable of doing, Andrei Rublev probably should go on and win this again. He's more than capable. Him or Zverev are going to be the favourite now. It's probably Zverev, right? I think he wins. I do think he wins. They've played each other quite a bit over the seasons. Rublev beat him over in Doha earlier on in the season when he won the title. We remember that 6-3, 6-4. Now, I was just going to say you probably would have said Alexander Bublik would have had a slightly better chance against Rublev on the hard court as opposed to the clay, but I don't think it's fair to say. I don't think he was playing nowhere near as good or nowhere near at the level of what he currently is now, so maybe that's a bit unfair to say, but it was a rather routine win for Rublev. And then the time before, oh man, do you remember that? Do you remember the time before when he got defaulted? Hands up, you had anything on Rublev that match? Because I did it, I remember it great. Excuse me. One of the most retarded things I've ever seen was getting that far into a match. One set away from sending it to a tiebreaker for a decider, and you go and call a ball boy a retard. Oh my god. I remember it so well. As long as he doesn't do that again, if he can control himself, which is what I say every time, I think Andrei Rublev definitely should get this one done. 1.3. That is a little bit steep given the circumstance. But like I said, defending champ, you probably should be getting this one done against Bublik. I think it's a little bit too soon to say that Alexander Bublik's just coming back into form and he's going to start playing like some of the best tennis you've ever seen. He's looked good. He's looked very solid in his last 2 matches. He has. I'm just a little bit concerned if he plays just as solid as he has done his first 2 games. Is this just going to stifle Rublev? I don't know. He should be raring to go. He did get it. He got the walkover against Monfils, so he should be up for it. He should be more than fucking ready to go, I would expect. 1.3. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. He should win, but at that price, I don't know. It's a little bit off-putting. I won't lie to you. So we'll crack on to Francisco Cerundolo. Commissania, is that Francisco squared? Should be a good one. Should be an interesting. Wow, Cerundolo's barely 1.3. Is it just cut and dry like that? Do we think Cerundolo just gets this one done? They beat him last time, didn't he? Straight sets over in Hamburg, yeah, and then he played him in Rio. 2-1 over there too. 3-1 to Cerundolo. They've all come on the clay. Commissania beat him in the Futures 2018. And then Cerundolo beat him in the Futures the year after that as well, so look, at first glance, it's probably easy to just say Cerundolo in this, right? I don't know. I'm not forgetting what he done against Ben Shelton. I'm not forgetting what he done to me against Ben Shelton. I'd love to say Cerundolo should be getting this one done, but there's been plenty of games in the past that I thought Cerundolo should be getting done, especially at a price like that. It's not even 1.3, it's like 1.25. I don't know. Who thought Commissani was just going to beat Artifice in straight sets like that? Probably no one, right? I mean, obviously there was a chance he could win. We thought he could have kept it close, whatnot, but I don't think anyone thought he was just going to win the way he did. I think a lot of that did have quite a bit to do with Artifice just falling to bits. How did he lose that first set? Was he up? Am I remembering right? Was he up 5-1 in that first set? If that's so, I may have just dreamt that, but I don't know. If that's so, I'd have said that's a lot harder, a lot more difficult to lose that set from that fucking position than it is to go on and win it. I don't know. Maybe that's just a colossal shitting of the bed from Artifice. Maybe it made Comesaña look a lot better than what he actually was. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I know what he's capable of. He's really good on the clay. Um, is it going to be enough to get past Cerundolo? It hasn't been the last two times. I don't know. I'm just going to stay away. It really could go either way. Really good price for Comesaña there. Really good spread too. It's going to be around what? Probably buy a point. Buy a point. Comesaña 4.5. I'd rather go with that. I'm not so sure what Cerundolo is going to turn up. Even if he wins, Comesaña could definitely keep this one close. So we'll move on to what's the next one? Oh, these are all out of order. It's going to be Zverev. It'll be Zverev and Davidovich Fokina. This should be interesting. This should be rather interesting. Played each other 5 times. Head to head is 4-1 to Zverev. Last time we played each other was 2023, both on the hard court. That was he went 1 apiece last year. Davidovich Fokina beat him in Toronto 6-1, 6-2. If that means anything to you. The one time they did play on the clay, 2021, that was straight sets to Zverev 6-4, 6-1, 6-1. Now I think you'll all agree with me because I've been saying it all season. And he still continues to impress. Davidovich Fokina has been really, really good this year. Been very, very impressed with what this lad's been doing. 21-10, 7-2 on the clay, 13-7 on the hard court. And that's really good. That's a lot better, and I repeat, a lot better than what I thought he was going to do. 20-7 for Zverev, you know, they're fairly similar. You say Zverev is so much better than Davidovich Fokina, but they've been doing just about the same. 9-3 on the clay for Zverev. It's going to be very, very tough for me to go against Zverev in this one. Especially coming off that title, but what I will say is this, that is probably my only concern. The one and only concern would be the very, very quick turnaround after winning the final. And then coming into this, I say quick turnaround, he had 4 or 5 days off. He smoked Batista Agut. He did. But even in the final, he smoked Ben Shelton as well. Very quick game. Very quick one against Batista Agut. He should have enough in the tank to have a go against Guile in this one. He got it done against Nuno Borges. 6-2, 6-3. Very convincing. Now you play this either which way. You either just go Zverev on the money line. I'm seeing that around. Call that 1.4 roundabout. Or you take Davidovich Fokina on the spread. I couldn't talk it off either one of those. How it's going to pan out, I'm not too sure. Both of them could hit. You know, Zverev could win the game. He could win a very tight one. I don't know. Who's more likely to win this in straight sets? You probably say Zverev, right? But why would I say Zverev? I'm not too sure. It's just because what I've seen in the past. But like I said at the start of this one, what we've seen this season, apart from like the title there, they've been operating at a fairly similar level. Feels weird to say that, but they have, you know, the records speak for themselves. As always, you've probably just got to go with Zverev, haven't you? I mean, it always feels wrong going against Zverev. I mean, he is the number 2 in the world for a reason. 1.4. That's fine. I don't know. Are you more confident in Rublev getting it done against Bublik or Zverev getting it done against Davidovich Fokina? Because you're getting a better price for Zverev, and for some reason, I feel more confidence in Zverev getting this one done. I don't know. That could be a nice little parlay piece for me. I will circle back to that. And we'll move on to Daniel Medvedev. And that's it. One man well. JM Cerundolo. I don't really know. Once again, like the last one, you just go Medvedev. It's easy to look at these matchups and go, oh yeah, Medvedev, he should be getting this one done. He should be getting deeper into the tournament than this. Cerundolo's been good, man. We've got to give it to him. He looked really good in qualifying. Got it done against Kovacevic. And look what he done against Felix. Look what he done against Felix. We said it'd probably happen. And that's exactly what happened. What did that finish up? So, yeah, tiebreaker and then 6-4. Solid. Solid enough. We know Medvedev's not that keen on the clay. He always moans about playing on the clay. Even though he's not that bad on it, it's no secret that the hard court is his most well, considers himself quite the hard court specialist, doesn't he? 1.3 for Medvedev. He's another one. 14-8 on the season. 2-1 on the clay. He's been decent enough. I mean, Cerundolo's went 21-12. 21-10 on the clay. He's went, oh my god, he's basically just been playing clay all season. Am I going to say take Cerundolo on the points? I don't know. Medvedev did get to the quarter-final here last year. He did. So considering he doesn't really like the clay, like I said, he's not that bad on it. Who's the better player? It's obviously Medvedev. I say the better player. We don't know. I don't know. Cerundolo might be the better player. Nah, he's not, is he? What am I talking about? He's definitely not. He could be the better player on the day. He could be good enough to definitely keep this close. He's already played 4 matches as opposed to like one. Did he pull out? Did Laszlo Djere pull out of that game? Or did he retire? Is it a walkover? Walkover. So he's another one who's got him. Medvedev on the walkover against Cerundolo. 5 games in already. I don't know. You pay your money, you take your choice. Say Medvedev should be too much for this guy. 1.3. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. But he's proven to be just a little bit untrustworthy this season, so I don't know, I'd be careful with that one. And we'll crack on. We're there with Taylor Fritz, Benjamin Bonzi. I think this is the biggest favourite of the day. Excuse me, let me just get fucking stuck on something here. Taylor Fritz, 1.14. This is huge. That is a huge favourite there. I haven't really seen much of him since, well, this is the first we've seen of him since Miami. He got to the semi-finals, got beat against Mensah. We all know Mensah won that. And then he played 1 game against Christopher O'Connell. Looked fairly decent. Against him, 6-1, 6-4. Quite the arse whooping, not going to lie. What about Benjamin Bonzi though, folks? What about Benjamin Bonzi? Got it done against Marin Cilic, straight sets. And like I said, you can say what you want, but Cilic was playing really good on the clay leading into this tournament. And then, I don't like to say I told you so, but I pretty much told you so that he was going to beat Hubert Hurkacz. Hubie's just been... To say struggling's probably an understatement, I don't know. He ain't doing it. He ain't doing it right at the moment. Not shocked whatsoever that Benjamin Bonzi managed to take advantage of that. Straight sets, the pair of them. That's a lot better than what you thought. A lot of us thought he was going to be toast in that first round. Let's be honest. I did anyway. I didn't think he was gonna get past Marin Cilic the way he was playing. But still, he remains. And now he's got to go up against Taylor Fritz, which is a completely different animal within itself, is it not? What's that spread? 4.5, 5.5. It's gotta be. That's like 1 point. It's barely 1.1. Massive spread for Bonzi, and it's begging me to take it. But I know Taylor Fritz is more than capable of just drilling this guy. Would you take enough from those first 2 matches to say Benjamin Bonzi's playing good enough to keep this one within spread range with Taylor Fritz? Probably, yeah. You probably would. But I don't know. I could definitely poke a couple of holes in those 2 wins, like I said, with the Hubie game and the Cilic win. The give and take. The good, they're an achievement within itself, but at the same time you could go, well, you know, Cilic is very beatable at this point. Hubert Hurkacz is more than beatable at this point as well. So how much weight do you hold I don't know. I'd like to think Benjamin Bonzi could keep this close. I'd love to see Benjamin Bonzi keep this close. I'd even love to see Benjamin Bonzi go on and get the upset here. He's a massive dog. It'd be a massive statement for him to do so. We know how good he can play. I always say it about him. Don't forget how we finished off last season. Just hasn't really managed to replicate it in the 2025 season. It's a big ask to get past Taylor Fritz, and at that price, I could only tell you to take Bonzi on the spread. I could. I mean, would I be surprised if Fritz just comes out and dog walks him? No, absolutely not. But that price is shit. 1.17, 1.15. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing to me. Just take Bonzi on the spread, if anything. Don't just do it for the sake of it, but if you had to go on it, that'd be the way I'd be looking. And then two more. We've got Ben Shelton, Jakob Mensah. This might be the one. This might be the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Is it? Possibly. I'm looking forward to the Rublev game, definitely. I think I'm more excited for this one. This or the next one, I'll probably lean with this one. I don't know what's going to happen. They've played each other once before. Mensah beat him in Auckland the start of the year. Very close game. Tiebreaker 4-6, 7-5. Over on the hard court, and then Ben Shelton got that one done over at Indian Wells last season. More of the same. 6-4, 6-3, 6-4. Yeah. Fairly evenly matched. Well, you say fairly evenly matched. I don't know. Would you? Who's the better player? Actually, no, forget that. I know exactly who you're going to say. Who do you think's going to win, rather? Who do you think wins this one? I thought Ben Shelton looked good. I was more impressed with Ben Shelton against Navone. You know, playing the way he did, getting the comeback and whatnot. That was more impressive than what Mensah done against Ethan Quinn. Look, it was a decent win. You can't say it weren't, but I expect Mensah to be beating Ethan Quinn at this point. I really do. Ethan Quinn's been decent, but he's not Mensah level. Nowhere near it. Tiebreaker in the first and then 6-1 in the second. Said Shelton done well to get past Navone, man. Dropped that first set. Done him in the tiebreaker in the second and then 6-3. Good. True grit. Strong, resilient. I like to see it. It's been good, man. He shut me up anyway. You know, we've all been fucking saying how untrustworthy he is on the clay. He's never really done that much on the clay, and he's been decent on the clay so far. He really has. Really good in Munich. Got to the final against Zverev, and then I thought he was done against Navone. I thought, oh, here we go. Here's the Munich hangover. But no, he just needed. Sometimes, like, it's not ideal when it comes to betting on it, I know, but sometimes Ben Shelton just needs a little set. Sometimes he just needs a little set to get himself warmed up, doesn't he? And then he comes out here in the second. Who's going to win, though? There can only be one. You're getting Mensah as a slight favourite here around 1.7, 1.8. He did beat him last time. Both of them being on the hard court, the clay does most definitely change things here, you know. With the clay being neither one of their strong suit. Who does it suit more? Both have got a big serve. I feel like if both can rely on the serve, it could be a long one. You could look at a tiebreaker in this. I don't know what the price is. Someone let me know what the price is for a tiebreaker in this Shelton and Mensah game. It's probably not that great, right? Over spot. Shelton for his set. Do you think Ben Shelton's going to get done in straight sets in front of his bird and his dad? I don't know, man. There's no reason why he shouldn't like that. There's no reason why that would mean he wouldn't, but you know what I mean. There's just things make a difference, don't they? These fucking stupid things make a difference, even though they most definitely shouldn't. I feel like Ben Shelton will be more than up for this one. Both of the last two games have been very close over on the hard court. I think with it being on the clay definitely spices it up just a little bit. Who knows? Maybe it's going to come down to the baseline game. Who's better? You know, who's the more solid baseliner? Mensah, maybe? Yeah, potentially. I don't know. I don't really get into shit like that. It doesn't really matter, does it? I think it could be an overspot. Something within me is saying just take Ben Shelton for the set. Because even though Mensah looked fantastic, he absolutely bullied everyone over in Miami, took that title. He looked shit against Yannick Hanfmann. He looked crap against Yannick Hanfmann, and he'd had 2 weeks off as well. So you can't say he was fatigued. That was probably the transition over to the clay. He's went 1-1. Yannick Hanfmann made him look shit, and like I said, Yannick Hanfmann was so ill. He was like sneezing and coughing, and he still managed to beat him. And then he looked alright against Ethan Quinn. 1-1 on the clay so far, 5-2 for Ben Shelton. I just take Ben Shelton for the set. Fuck it, why not? Any objections on that? I don't know. I feel like taking Ben Shelton for the set. If it's pinned, it's pinned. It's not, it's not. That very well could be on the parlay for me today. But we'll wrap this shit up. Sebastian Korda and Casper Ruud. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? Have these played each other before? I feel like they have. They played each other last year in the Canada Masters, but Korda got the walkover in that one. So nothing to go off whatsoever. 2-2 on the clay so far for Korda, 4-2 for Casper Ruud. We've got 8-7 on the season for the American, and 16-6 for Casper Ruud. He's been very, very good, has he not? Been saying it all year. It's been very, very good indeed. I was going to say he looked a bit shit against Holger Rune, but Holger Rune looked really good, man. He went on and took that title over in Barcelona, didn't he? So maybe that's a bit unfair to say. He's just looked solid. He's looked solid. There's a couple of losses littered within the season for Casper Ruud, and you're going to get a few. You'll get a few. There's one to Cerundolo in straight sets. That loss to Popperin was fucking... That was weird. And then the one to Holger Rune. But they're the only ones. 3 losses in his last 10. I thought he looked really good against Artur Rinderknech. He did 6-3, 6-4. Standard stuff from what you'd expect from Casper Ruud over on the clay. Sebastian Korda, he barely got past Federico Sina, didn't he? Barely got past him. 6-3, 6-3, 6-1. You'd probably say Casper Ruud, right? You'd probably go with Casper Ruud. Who's much more trustworthy on the clay? Easy answer. That is Casper Ruud. Sebastian Korda, 5-5 last year, 1-3 the year before that, 8-6. Does the majority of his business over on the hard court. Casper Ruud's really good on the hard court too, and he's really good on the clay. It's just, he's a better player. I think Casper Ruud's better than Sebastian Korda. I really do. Especially on this surface as well. This is his home. This is where he'd want him. 1.5 for Casper Ruud. I like it, you know. I like it. This could be a straight set. This could be straight sets for Casper Ruud. Excuse me. Korda's been a bit, to say the least. I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-5 in his last 10. Beat by Otto Virtanen, Monfils, Djokovic, Lehechka, Tsitsipas. That's another thing I wanted to point out as well. You know, we know how bad Lehechka's been playing. That is the only win, you know, within sight for Yuri Lehechka within the past few weeks, and it was against Sebastian Korda. Casper Ruud should beat this guy. He should. He's a better player. He's better on the clay. I think he can get it done. I think he can get it done. You know, out of his last 7 wins, apart from those in that Ultimate Tennis Showdown, he hasn't dropped a set in any of the wins. He's been very convincing. I don't think Korda's going to have it in the bag to be able to grind this one out on the clay with Casper Ruud. 1.5. I would not call you crazy for taking that. I would expect Casper Ruud to advance onto the next round. And that'll do you. That's your lot. Very well then, folks. I'll be saying good night to you. Let me know what you're going for. As always, best bets, all that stuff. Don't be shy. Share with the group. Don't be stingy with the parlays. We all enjoy picks, and we most certainly enjoy winners. Right then. Appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Like and subscribe. Take it easy, yeah. Take care of yourself. You take care of one another. enjoy the tennis. Let's go get that cash once again today. Going for 4 in a row. Is it? Yeah, 3, 4. I don't know. Something like that. I don't think I've lost this week anyway. Very, very, very happy indeed. Well, I haven't lost in this tournament anyway. Sound. Have yourself a good night, folks. Let's go get that cash. Enjoy the matches today, and I'll see you tomorrow.